HBO has come up with the origins of the original Lakers Showtime of the 1980s. John C. Reilly plays Dr. Jerry Buss, new owner of the Lakers. And here are cast members of the HBO series Winning Time. Premieres March 6th. Solomon Hughes plays Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Cal fans might remember that name. Hughes played 4 years for the Bears from 1999 to 2002. All right, so Solomon, I saw the afro. I saw the beard. You put on the shades, and I'm like, whoa, expletive. That is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Hey, how was that experience, man?
It's such a blessing to be a part of a project that really kind of captures just this dynamic moment in sports history. When you think about the Los Angeles Lakers and just the marriage of sports and entertainment and the impact that has had on basketball. I grew up in Southern California. I came up to the Bay Area for school, but I grew up in Southern California, and my first love was the Lakers, and Kareem was the literal center of that sports dynasty. And so Giant Steps, his autobiography, was one of the first autobiographies I read as a kid, right alongside Malcolm X's book. And so I've always admired just the way he lives his life. You think of someone who's so dominant as a basketball player, and it's easy to just kind of be sucked in to that one dimension. But I love the fact that he has always resisted being put into boxes. I benefited from someone who is, really thoughtful and reflective and has shared in ways that helped me really kind of help build this portrayal.
I've had a chance to meet him and interview him a couple of times. Did you have a chance to meet with him?
No, I've not had the opportunity to meet with Kareem. My younger brother, Gabriel Hughes, who played at Cal with me, he played with the Los Angeles Defenders and actually got to meet Kareem in I think it was 2009. And so, we talk about that story all the time, and just how just amazed my brother was to be in his presence.
For us old dudes, the one thing I wanted to see was, how is he going to perfect the sky hook? Right. Man, you nailed it, man. I mean, you channeled it. I mean, how did you prep for that? Even the way you held the ball was just like him.
You're so generous. You talk about an incredibly fun move to practice. And so when I got the part, I went straight to the local park or the 24-hour fitness, and I would just find a basket, pop in my headphones, and a couple hundred with the right, a couple hundred with the left. And the entire time you're just trying to capture the grace and the elegance, right? I mean, he shoots it. No one will ever shoot it exactly like him. And so my job was just to try to honor this incredible move that I think is such a great representation of who he is. He's an artist, in so many levels. And so I think just how original that move is, it was a lot of fun doing it. And so I tell people, when I'd be at the local gym, the youngsters, the 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds would be, playing the pickup games, and I'd find my own basket and just be shooting the sky hook, and all the senior citizens would walk by, pause for a moment, and nod approvingly, give me a thumbs up and move along. And so then I knew I was onto something. If like the older heads were, giving me the thumbs up.
Hughes picking up his play this season, automatic inside.
What do you remember most about those days being in the program?
It's the relationships that I developed with my teammates. I mean, like just true brotherhood. And I literally got to play with my younger brother, Gabriel Hughes. So through the toil and the strife, just the relationships that were formed. And what better place to do it than at the University of California, Berkeley? It's an institution that changes things, right? When you think about its role with regards to like student activism and just kind of agitating and being like forward thinkers, being like on the leading edge of thought. It was quite the experience. It felt like 4 years in a week because it was so intense and so fast. But I'm grateful for my time there.
I'm not saying that you're following his same path. I mean, you're just kind of getting going in your career. But did you know that Mahershala Ali started at St. Mary's playing basketball? He played for Ernie Kent.
Right, absolutely. I mean, you're talking about such a brilliant talent. I am a huge fan of his, and it's I feel like he's one of a number of actors who played college ball or who were a college athlete that deeply inspire me. So, Vern, I don't know if you remember, you came to one of our practices and did a little segment, and it was so cool watching you. I was supposed to be practicing, but I was distracted when you were doing your segment. But that's like one of my cherished memories of coming up to Cal Berkeley.
Speed, alternate, and spin. Oh my gosh.
I was probably standing on a step stool when I was doing it. A little height challenge. Hey, we'll get out of here with this one because I know time is running down. This comes out on March 6th. I know you're proud of it, but Just explain just the work involved.
It's one of the most intense things, if not the most intense thing that I've ever done. I mean, just, as an actor, the vulnerability, right? When you're really putting yourself out there, it's terrifying, but it's also rewarding. And I was fortunate to, for my first project to be with such a brilliant and loving and welcoming group of castmates and producers, et cetera. The Jason Clarks, the Adrian Brodies, there were so many just beautiful people who I watched on screen and whose roles have inspired me. And just the way that they welcomed some of us who, this is our first professional job, they welcomed us in with open arms. It's just, God, it was just one of the most incredible and beautiful communities that I've ever been a part of.
Look at you, rubbing shoulders with the A-listers in this one. Again, hey, the prize is called Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty. Hey, Solomon, hey, continued success. Really enjoyed it. Best of luck to you.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you.